Hey everyone, I'm here today to show you how to curl your hair when it is a lob or a shorter hairstyle. So I'm going to go through some tips and tricks on how to get a nice curl. Last time I had long hair and I showed you how to curl your hair if you have long hair. So I want to make sure to take some time to show you how to curl your hair if you have short hair. So I have some bangs going on too, and I'll show you how, if you have bangs, to style them a little bit different so that you can wear them multiple different ways. So first I'm going to start off with one of my favorites, Pret-a-powder. This is second day hair, so I just want to make sure it absorbs some oil and gives it some texture. I poured it in my hand and then I put it in my hair. You can just pour it in your hair, but I just have more control if I pour it in my hand. So I have it in my hand, put my hands together. And majority of the time it's around my hairline that really needs it. And you might notice that with yourself as well, is maybe in your part and around your hairline. So I do that. Then I take my other favorite when it comes to curling is thickening spray. You can use this before you dry your hair to get some body out of it and when you curl your hair. I spray each section. And another key tip when curling your hair and it's shorter or even longer, if you want more of a wave, take big sections, which I've said before, but also don't leave it in as long. So the longer you leave it in your hair, the curling iron, the more curl you're actually going to get. So I'm taking a 1-inch iron and I'm holding it vertical. Remember, holding it up and down here instead of across or horizontal. And you put it in middle of the strand, turn it, middle of the strand, leave your ends out, and then take it out. So I probably could have left it in a smidge longer than that. I turned my heat up as well. I got a new curling iron, so I turned my heat up. I'm going to leave this section in just a little bit longer because I just turned the heat up on this. And then I also have an 1.25-inch iron that I'm going to show you how to use if you have short hair, how to use that as well. So you can see I left my ends out. So you got the curl there. There's probably a little bit too much of a curl too, and I can show you how to go through and smooth that out so it's not so tight of a curl. Take another section. If you have to section off your hair because of not being able to see where you're going until you get the hang of it, I suggest you do that as well. Taking maybe even half your hair, pinning it up, and then curling the bottom half, and then going back. So leave your ends out. See how quick I leave it in? It's very, or how long I leave it in, it's very quick. Spread the section. See, I'm taking vertical sections, and I go about to the middle of my head, stop there, and then switch sides. Spray the section, middle of the strand, take it out. The bottom part doesn't have to be too perfect because really it's just going to look messy and the top curls lay over it. So don't worry about that bottom section being so perfect. Stop there, then go through. I stop there and switch sides. Spray there. Middle of the section, twirling away from my face. And you can alternate your curl. The first section I do suggest curling it away from your face so it doesn't cuff your face, but from there on back you can alternate going forward and backwards for some variety. If you need to, take a brush and comb the section before, or spray then curl, or spray then brush. So if you cut off your hair and you have trouble curling your hair, that's okay. Like, it's going to be hard right after you cut off your hair to style your hair because it's new, right? So it's going to take some time and a little work, so don't give up on it. Majority of the time people say, I wish I would have never cut off my hair, and it's because they have trouble styling it. They're used to doing the same style every single day, and so when you cut off your hair, it's a different style. It takes more time, so a lot more time for styling for the first couple weeks just to get used to it and comfortable. So I'm just getting to the last section here, and then I'll show you how to make your hair to brush it out and make it a little wavier. And I have different variations of curl. You can see this side's curlier, this side's wavier, and I'll go through how to get, you know, back to normal. So you get to this point, then you're going to run your hands through it, shake it out, and you can brush it out. Okay, so see this side's a little too curly, but this side actually needs a little more curl. So I'm just going to run the iron through it really quick. I don't actually curl it, I just glide it right through really fast and see how it softened the curl. So this side needs a little bit more curl. So you just look and see where the hair is laying and then grab a piece. Just get a clean section and go back and curl it. So I felt like that one needed a little bit of help. Just leave it in a smidge longer. You can see how it has more wave to it. So I like where this is going. I feel like the top might need a little bit more body to it, so you can take a smaller section at the top. And this one, just curl and leave more at the root. You see I have a lot of that out. And I don't leave it in long, just long enough to get a little bit of body there. And just at the root. And let's say you need to do that around even the top, whole top section. Alright, so now that you got to that spot, still feel like that just one little piece here at the scalp needs a little bit more body. Then take your contour cream, and this is going to give it separation and definition. So rub your hands together so that it's gone. You don't want to see any of the whiteness in your hands. And then go on your ends. Give it some texture. And so now I wore my bangs down yesterday, and sometimes with second day bangs, it can be hard to get rid of any of the oiliness, but I did use the Pret-a-powder, so I should be fine. But let's say you're just like, oh, I want them off my forehead. I'm just sick of them today. So take them and use some of the contour cream on them. Don't use a lot because you don't want it to look oily. But put them to the side and piece them out so that you have a whole different style. Go through with my favorite hairspray, spray to mold. That gives it some shine and some hold, but not a crunchy hold. And we're good to go. You can also use a 1.25 inch iron if you want bigger, even bigger curls. But if you're just getting started, use an inch iron. It's gonna be way easier. So, all right, guys, have a great hair day. Thanks.